bear with me and shit like that. Cause it's a rough draft. So it's, I scribbled some things out. So I'm just going, I'm reading it as I wrote it. I would rather die than work another 9 to 5. The reason I say that is because it simply is one of the best decisions I made in my adult life so far. I get to watch my kids grow up. I get a front row seat to that whole process. And even on days they burn me out, I wouldn't trade it. Deciding to walk away from a 9 to 5 job, or what most would consider stability, was a selfish decision I had to make for myself. I tried to hang on for as long as I could, but just couldn't see any other way. Being away from working a job has been peaceful. I feel like the day I knew it was over, the weight of whatever it was climbed off my back. I've always kept some kind of bullshit job, but not until 8 years ago working at this particular company. I had things just not until 8 years ago of working at this particular company, things just changed for me mentally. I don't know if it was having more kids, which meant more responsibility, more money to be made, on top of being the only one with a job between me and my partner for the majority of 8 years. It took a toll on me. Me taking care of everything, still trying to keep up with my wants and needs, having a habit. It just felt chaotic. It was chaotic. I made a lot of careless, impulsive decisions. But it got to a point that in all the materials I gained and things I was able to do while working a 9 to 5, it became not so worth it. Once you get all it is to get out of making money or having a consistent income and still feel a void, still feel like it's something missing, that's when that's when I knew that a 9 to 5 traditional job or career was not for me. It never was. As I got older, working for this company, I realized that not having control of your life and how you live wasn't something I was okay with. It wasn't something I was okay with compromising anymore. Not working allows me to create my reality. It allows me to be free. I'm allowed to live in the moment, be present, not worry about the future or what bills I'm behind on. I'm no longer a part of that stressful, chaotic world anymore, and I'm actually finding happiness in myself for the first time. I wish more people could afford to get away from the thing that's really killing them and stressing them out the most. That's the 9 to 5. I almost lost the ability to remain a human working for this company. So many people really think that's all that life becomes once they reach adulthood. Just me waking up every day, seeing my kids do their thing, or having time to read, meditate, maybe create some content. It's been a good feeling. Not worrying about the time, what day it is, or payday, or my off day. It's been a joy. I never want to go back to that world of eagerness, stress, fast-paced, chaotic shit. I feel like I escaped the plantation on some shit. Don't get me twisted. I'm still deprogramming every day. But it's better to have started late than have never started at all. Now, I don't want people to see this and think, oh, let me go jump out the window because he did. I was ready. For sure. I was ready. This ain't for nobody that's still having attachments to materials and caring about what motherfuckers who don't matter anyway are thinking about them. This ain't that. My situation is different. I have a very unique situation. Does not mean this does not mean that if you are over the 9 to 5 phase, you shouldn't leave. I just don't want to miss God no more. If you worship money, you ain't going nowhere. If you live in fear, you ain't going nowhere. Especially fear. Just think about all those people you see that you work with or worked with, the old ones that swear they run shit but don't own a percentage of anything. That's what they believe though. They have completely bought into the idea of meaning something to these companies. I used to look around at the young dudes coming in, holding the manager's dick up, and same shit with the old niggas that thought they was special, all in the job, that thought they was special, all in the job, we're all in the job. That world, it just isn't me. I met niggas like corner niggas in jobs, and I met the type of niggas that live in mommy basement, play Call of Duty all day, and parents just put some fire under their ass, so they gotta work regardless. So they gotta work. Regardless, I knew that a 9 to 5 just wasn't for me anymore. Shit, the only credit I give it is it kept me out of trouble. Most people who work don't want to put the work. Most people who work don't want to put the work in on themselves. They rather put it in for somebody. It's easier. It's that comfortable that people naturally want. Nine to 5s prey on weak ass people. And as y'all see, there's billions of weak ass people. I'm too strong mentally to fit into a system. I'm too strong to let a manager nigga who outside his job giving power tell me what to do or control my time. I'm not letting attachments or anything force me into a job. And that programming, I'm not letting attachments or anything force me into a job in that programming, which will ultimately control my life and what I choose to do with it. When a 9 to 5 or life can no longer attract you or control you with things you become. Hold on. Hold on. Ultimately control my life, what I choose to do with it. When a 9 to 5 or life can no longer attract you or control you with things, you become too big to fit in anymore. A job doesn't want to see you win. A job doesn't want to see a job doesn't want you to ask questions. A job don't want you to unlock and realize your true potential. They'll let you shine, just not as bright as them. Leaving my 9 to 5 allows me to be me. I'm going to be fortunate to do it my way, live life my way, break some generational chains. This was a gift to me from my ancestors, from the universe, to awaken and get off that 9 to 5 robot conveyor belt and get out here and live and take control of myself, full control, see my kids every day, all day if I want, inspire others, help others, take care of my health physically and mentally. Take my time with life and the decisions I make. I'm watering my biggest plant, and that's me. I'm available for me every day until I transition. I have my life back, and I wouldn't have been able to do or have any of this shit working a 9 to 5. And that is why I would rather be dead than never work a 9 to 5 again. You know what I mean? I had to write this shit down because, like, you know, on my journey, man, I've been getting a lot of like downloads. I've been getting a lot of ideas. I'm sharper. I'm getting stronger. I'm better. But I'm just beginning. I haven't even scratched the surface. So I just wanted to write this down and try this out. You know, I stumbled over a lot of shit. You know, it's a rough draft type joint, but I just came up with the idea to just write it down because I get so many thoughts when I'm sitting here watching YouTube or, you know, whatever I'm doing, if I'm getting inspired. But it's like when I get on the camera, it's not that I freeze up, but it just go a whole nother way, and I can't remember exact. I wanted to hit, and even this, writing this, I'll be so all over the place that it don't all translate the way I wanted to. But yeah, you know, appreciate y'all for tapping in. If y'all tapping in, y'all been tapping in, and we just gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for real, for real.